Hello and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be going over my project Leisure Llama Lounge. It's an e-commerce store that I built from the ground up using Next.js, which is my framework of choice in order to create fast and responsive web applications. All of the products are being pulled from Printify through their API. They're customizations of products that I created. And today for this project, I'm going to be going over three primary features. How I get the products, how I handle the checkout sessions, and how I handle the cart state. So how I get the products is through a shop router, which I created with TRPC. I use TRPC because it allows for type safety or facilitates type safety between the front end and the back end. And so whenever I need to pull my products, I just call the shop router and then I call one of these procedures in order to get the products. So this is the get products query, which just basically requests Printify for the products that I have inside my store. I can get an individual product using its ID. The ID is passed in and it's type checked using Zustand in order to make sure that I get the proper ID for the product. And then also I have a little request here for getting shipping costs. So the next thing I'm going to go over is the checkout session. So the checkout session is created using Stripe and their development tools. And so I just make a session, which is just a Stripe checkout session created using a bunch of details that gets passed into Stripe in order to handle the transaction and create the purchase that then is going to go over to Printify with all of the details that they put in for the checkout session to ship it out. And then lastly, I'm going to be going over the cart state. So basically, in order to handle cart state, I created a persistent part of local storage for the cart. And the cart is just an array of cart items. And then I have a way to add to cart by putting a cart, feeding add to cart a cart item to put this into the cart. And then I can remove items from cart. I can remove everything from the cart. I can increment the quantity of an item in the cart. And I can decrement the quantity of the item in the cart. And so I'm just going to be showing you really quick how all of that stuff works out. So right now we have an empty cart. So let's just say that we want to get a water bottle. So I'm going to be clicking on here in order to get the water bottles. Pictures are loading in. There we go. And so now we have this beautiful pebble blue water bottle that I'm going to add into my cart. The number one is added pretty much instantaneously right in there because it's in local storage. And then when I go in here, I have one item in the cart. Shipping is defaulted to the United States, but if I wanted to go to Canada, it would calculate the shipping for Canada. Let's go back to the United States, and let's just say I want to add 2. So we're going to get 2 water bottles. It automatically calculates the shipping, and then when we go to checkout, it takes you right over to Stripe with all of the details that you need to put in order to make the transaction, which once that transaction is done, it sends information back to the website through a webhook in order to basically confirm that the transaction was paid for. And then it sends all of the details for the paid for transaction to Printify to ship to the user. And we can add, we can subtract, we can delete the item. And when you process a successful transaction, it clears out your cart. So yeah, that's how all of this works. Building the store wasn't always super easy. There were a lot of challenges in order to make sure that everything was working correctly, such as making sure that TRPC was working correctly with the process for handling transactions through Stripe. Ended up being a bit of an issue, like very difficult to get working correctly, but it finally ended up working correctly. As well as constant troubleshooting in order to optimize the website, make it better, fix issues, that sort of stuff, which all helped me grow as a developer. And there you have it. That's the story of how I built my e-commerce store from the ground up It's been an incredible journey, and I'm so proud of what I've accomplished. I hope that I will see you all again soon.